All right, guys, today is exciting because you guys remember the little Homestead Jeep project here? Well, I haven't ever taken it out and tested the four-wheel drive yet. So that's what we're going to do today. You guys ready? All right, we got the little Homestead Jeep. We got it in, went in and threw it in 4 low. One thing, this thing is running great since I put the radiator and the water pump in it. But I will tell you, a four-cylinder with even just these 31 1050s, you need that extra gear ratio is definitely a must. So thought I was in low range. Now we're in low range. All right. I'm not gonna go crazy today, but I definitely wanna use. One of the really cool things about knowing your neighbors and having a relationship with them is you can come over and always find a good spot to test your four-wheel drive. Right now, it seems really good. The gear reduction using the low range really puts this four-cylinder where it's in its power band. It's very nice. You can crawl around without having to get after it, feel like you're tearing it up. One thing when you ever do go to your neighbor's place or any place for that matter, don't forget to shut the gate when you're going in where the bull's at. That will definitely upset your neighbor. All right, so we're gonna go over here where we've got, like I said, it's not like a big crazy four-wheel drive trailer or anything, but there is a a good pond bank and some ditches and things like that. Last thing I want to do is break something. But the other thing I want to know is we are in the heart of winter, and I do live in the Ozarks, and we could get a foot of snow. Haven't seen that in a couple of years, but definitely could happen anytime. It's that season for it. So go over here and see how this thing does. The fun thing about these Jeeps, this is my first Jeep, so I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there, that have had them your whole life or had them for years or what have you. But they're so short. I mean, obviously, right? But the wheelbase on them really makes them. I mean, honestly, it's like a go-kart or something. And let's be real, guys. With the price of these side-by-sides, I mean, you can buy, if you want a hopped-up side-by-side, it's going to take you, you could buy a very nice truck for the price of one of those. So, go find you an old Jeep, do a little work to it. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to me and the rest of the Pace Acre crew getting to go around and doing a little. All right, we're just gonna test her out a little bit right here. that was good. I mean, it went up that thing, no problem. I still have the front sway bar attached too. Like I said, I'm not doing anything crazy. I just wanted to, honestly, I just wanted to play in it. But you got to make sure your stuff does what it's supposed to do. One thing that's undeniable about the Ozarks is that it's an absolutely stunning place. I know the windshield's dirty. I wasn't planning on filming this direction, but this is just, I mean, it's just stunning this cold winter day. Got a pretty good ditch coming up right here. I didn't get it on camera, but what's so cool is just probably about 200 yards away, there's a bunch of deer, bunch of does over there. All right, here we go. Seems like it's flexing pretty good. It's got a I think it's a 3.5-inch suspension. It's no problem. And I'll tell you what, as men, it's fun and better for me to know exactly what my little Jeep is capable of when I'm just out here by myself. Little Jeep's doing everything I'm asking of it. See, it has, this is an old, what is this? An old Skyjacker lift, I think, something like that. But this is part of what I got to rebuild. See all this? There should not be that much slop in there. But it's kind of cool, though. Those are the quick removal. And I have no doubt that if I popped them out, went back through that ditch, it would do it, I mean, just that much easier. Temperature's still staying good. That's where we started. The little Homestead Jeep, it came home on a trailer. Close friends I know well that we got it from. It which was a total blessing, by the way. I told that in the last video when I was working on it. But it had let them down from the overheating. Sorry guys, I'm just watching and seeing what's ahead. There's some brush and some stuff, and some of that stuff might have some stobs in it. I'm not trying to get a flat tire out here if I can help it. I didn't see exactly how many deer were back here in this corner, but there was at least about 3. That's what I seen when they put their flags up and took off. I'll tell you what, it's so relaxing just riding around or bouncing around, however you want to word it. If any of you guys are watching that haven't ever been 4-wheeling, trail riding, or anything like that, it is, I mean, I highly recommend it. See, when I grew up, everything was in a magazine. right? And I didn't have a lot, so one of the things you'd read about all these builds and these just absolute, just monster machines. That's what it took to make the magazines. Well, when you're reading that as a 12-year-old little boy, 13, 14, 15 on, it really gets you excited about stuff like that. So here we are. I'm 42 now. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Here we are all these years later, and now I've got a Jeep, and it's just stock. Well, I say stock. It's got a little bit of a lift kit, but it's not some big monster truck or something. But kind of getting to live out those things from my childhood. So, but even if you didn't do that, I mean, it's just such a good, clean way to have fun with your family. And most anywhere you live, I don't know the rules and regulations on every single state, but I know like Missouri, close to where I'm at, Arkansas over here, like you go to the public land and the majority of it, you can go ride on. So, or there's people that go logging roads, anything like that, or just a 4-wheel drive park. I mean, most of them are affordable. We have one south of here that I got to go ride. I didn't have this, but I rode with a friend of mine and his family, and it was affordable. I don't remember the exact price, but didn't cost a bunch of money, and spent the day. The kids had fun, the wives had fun. So, like I said, it's good, clean fun. Yeah, you can be crazy and break stuff and things like that, but you don't have to. You can just kind of ride around like I am today. Just have a good time. Enjoy creation. I mean, that's the number one thing. This ought to be fun. All right. It's not like this is anything crazy, but what it is just a good way to, well, for one, you're not going to go up that in 2-wheel drive. So I think I've already came to the conclusion that my 4-wheel drive is working good. Like I said, the one thing about these Jeeps, look how short these are. That's where this right here is where they shine. I mean, they just walk through these little ditches. You take a full-size truck through that, you might have some more trouble. I got my big guard dog, Ned. He's never been in a vehicle, short of me bringing him home 2 years ago. So he don't ride with me, but he followed me over to the neighbor's place. It's been good. It's been good. Temperature's still good. I'd like to think, and I'm fairly confident, if it was going to overheat again like it was, it would have done it by now. But it's just under 210, which that's where it's been every time since I fixed it. I don't know what thermostat's in it. I didn't change that. I don't know why I didn't change that when I had it all apart, but it seems to be working, doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's a fun. I'm gonna add a bar across the back. And one thing, Jeeps aren't necessarily known for their safety features. So I do want to do a couple things. This one's cool. It's got these half doors. So when the weather's nice and we take the top off and go ride around, I'm not going to take any road trips. I'm just going to stay stay fairly close in it. But it's going to be fun. But I want to put an extra bar, a couple bars across there in the back, just to make sure my precious little occupants in the back seat are safe as I can make them. So, got a few little ditches here. There's nothing crazy over here. It just, I just realized, I was like, man, it's bogging down. I'm still in second gear, guys. That's better. That's a little bit deep right there. All right, this is, I will say, if you've watched off-road videos, I know that there we go, big old root. That I was trying to take some video when I went with my friends of mine, and I did take some video. But I will say that some of these videos don't do justice to just how deep and steep some of this stuff is. Let's see what kind of ground clearance we're working with here. Oh, we're good. We're definitely good. All right. Oh, look at that. I gotta do a walk around on this. Now, that's genuinely pretty impressive. I mean, I think it's got some more in it. Like I said, if I had this sway bar, if I had the front sway bar unhooked right there, suspension's working good. I gotta rebuild the front end, mainly for the on-road. The nice thing, when you're idling around the pasture, you don't even notice it at all. There's a pretty good ditch right here. Like I said, I'm not trying to take it to the extremes. I don't want to get stuck, actually. But it's really fun to flex out your suspension. All right, guys. I really appreciate you guys sticking around, watching the video. And remember, feed your critters, love your neighbor, follow Jesus. Have a great day, everybody. do want to check. Just make sure that we don't see coolant coming out anywhere. Good news is our hose isn't hard. The temperature isn't high. One thing. I was looking every time I was under it just to make sure that I didn't see antifreeze dripping from somewhere, like the water pump that I replaced, or any of it. I haven't seen it. Of course, it's so cold today. Not that something can't overheat in the cold, but there she is, the 2.5 liter. Good little engines.